Karla was everything I had asked the Lord for in a wife, but so much more. She was everything I needed. I had been reading in the book of 1 Peter, and came across that verse in chapter 3, verses 3 and 4, where it admonishes young ladies to not let your beauty just be that of the outward appearance, of jewelry and makeup and your clothing, but let it be of the inward person. Let your beauty come from the inside. And that's what Karla was. Her beauty began on the inside. Everything on the outside supplemented her beauty. It goes on to say that beauty, that type of person, is of great worth in the sight of God. I read that and I thought, God, if that's of great worth to you, this was during my single days, I said, if that's of great worth to you, that ought to be of great worth to me. So that's what I want in a wife, a woman who's beautiful on the inside first, and I'll take the outside too, and I got both in Karla Glennon. How did we meet? People ask. We met online, on the internet, back in the day, and as her Uncle Paco would say, you got to be careful about those guys you meet on the internet. We spent a couple hours each night for the first 2 to 3 months getting to know each other online. We'd talk, we'd share photos. You could see each other through the video, share songs. And then we'd conclude each evening with reading a devotional by my friend Dick Mills. And then we'd pray and go on our ways. We did that for the first 2-3 months before ever meeting in person. I remember when as getting to know her, I thought she was in Chicago. If I had known she was from another country, I would have ran. Because unfortunately, in a prior experience, I had been engaged to somebody from another country, and that was a moment of temporary insanity. I'm glad that didn't work out, because I would have never known what I missed in Karla. It took me about 2-3 months to figure out she was from Guatemala, and once I realized that, I had heard all these scams about people taking a long time to get to know you online, developing an emotional attachment, getting their hook into you, then they start asking you for money once they got you hooked. And I thought, oh man, she is good. It never happened though. Finally, we met up in Chicago. I remember that first date. We went out. I came to Paco's house, his apartment, and I parked. I went inside. She greeted me in the vestibule there, gave me a hug and a kiss. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is going good already. I didn't realize at the time that it's customary in Guatemala that you greet people with a kiss on the cheek. Didn't matter to me. What I didn't realize at the time is that her aunt, Amaryllis, had run out the back door of the apartment, ran around the building, and wrote down my license plate number in case I didn't bring Karla back. She was a Proverbs 31 woman in every sense of the manner. Proverbs 31:29 says, there are many beautiful women in the world, but you have surpassed them all. And that is so true. It's like she was made just for me. Everything I wanted and everything I didn't realize that I needed. Verse 14 of Proverbs 31 talks about how the Proverbs 31 woman is like the merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. When family came to visit, they brought huge suitcases full of food from Guatemala. and just had a little carry-on for their own clothes. She always treated me like a king. I remember going to Guatemala for the first time. The reception I had from her and her family was amazing. And even after we got married for a season, I thought, when is this going to end? When's she going to stop treating me like a king? She never did. It never stopped. I'm so much better at hellos than I am goodbyes. And it's a good thing that this is not goodbye. She is in our future. She's just not here at the moment. I will see her again. We will see her later. Robert and Joseph, many people have asked, what are the boys and I going to do now that Karla's gone? What are we going to do without her? I can confidently say we are going to continue living our lives, making decisions in such a way that honor the Lord, and in so doing, honor Mama's memory. Thank you for being here today.
Robert, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. If I could now have Robert come, as well as Jorge and Christine, if you could all come at this time.
Man, I knew I should have wrote this out. My mom was the best. I couldn't have asked for a better mom. She used to wake me up every morning, kiss on the head, and then dog jump up, try to find my face, and try to lick my face. And probably that's the one thing I'm gonna miss the most about her, plus all the other fun memories I've had with her. I didn't realize this now, but now I realize that I'm glad that I spent time with my mom. It's not something that you should take for granted. They're not always going to be there. I remember one day, my dad woke me up in the middle of the night to help my mom get to the bathroom, and I'm like, do I really have to do this? I'd rather be sleeping. But now I realize I felt honored to do that now. I'm glad I'm going to be able to see her in my future in heaven. I love you, Mom.
Well, I never imagined myself standing at a church podium about to give a eulogy. It's mind-blowing. I'll keep it under a minute. Your presence here, with some of you traveling over 3,000 miles in a school closing, speak more than words can express about the great person we're honoring today. For all of those that don't know me, my name is Jorge Rubio. I'm Karla's brother. There are those that bring light so great to this world that even after they're gone, their luminosity remains. Thank you, Karla. I will now go and hug that luminosity.
I'm really bad at speeches. Karla knew that. So I apologize for rolling some tears down. And first of all, I would like to thank you all for being here today. Those of you who are here and those of you who are on live stream from Guatemala. I'm sure my sister impacted all of our lives in some way. To be honest, I never thought this day would come. Today, we celebrate an amazing human being who I was honored to call my sister, or as I called her, my banana linda, my beautiful banana. Trust me, you don't want to know the story about that. We celebrate her rejoicing in heaven, and I'm pretty sure she's teaching some angels to dance. And why not? Speak Spanish. Wait, Pastor Kevin said Spanish was the language of heaven. And of course, we celebrate the extraordinary human being she was. Karla had a unique way of infusing the love of God into the lives of those around her. Her presence lit up our lives. She was my mentor, my best friend, my number one call, a source of inspiration, my pillar of strength. She offered her unwavering support through every trial and through all of my triumphs. Recently, I got a promotion at work, and I remember calling her that day and saying, Karla, I don't want to take this job because I want to be able to travel and visit you guys as often as I can. And she said, Christy, this is the Lord's way of honoring you. And she even joked about it. She said, I got a diplomat painting my house. So, Karla, I really hope I honor you with everything I do. I will treasure every beautiful memory, every story, every laughter, and why not, every tear. Though you may not be here physically, your spirit, your love, and your laughter will forever be in our hearts. This is not a goodbye, dear banana. It's until we meet again. Thank you for bringing so much joy into our lives. I love you, sister.
Thank you. At this time, Joseph and Robert are going to come.